Shalom, shalom, y'all. Y'all come on in. We get started on the Brotherhood class as soon as we get brothers and sisters online. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. Come on in, y'all. We'll get started real shortly, y'all. Shalom, shalom. Y'all come on in. Make sure y'all sign in the chat. We'll get started in a little bit. Brotherhood class every Tuesday. All right, shalom, everybody. Go ahead and get it started. Shalom, we are the Isupk, started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jenny Yohana. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. But since 1969, we've been teaching the truth out of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The truth is that all so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we descend from the 12 tribes of Israel. That is our identity. That's our nationality. We descend from them through bloodline and not through conversion or not through a religion. You know what I'm saying? We are the blood descendants of the nation of Israel, of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And our history is found in the Bible, right? Before we became slaves here in America, before we became known as African Americans, before we became known as Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, or whatever byword our slave master gave us, we were the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? We were the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? This is our true identity. And our history is found in the Bible, right? That's who we was before we became slaves here in America. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find a history of a so-called black man or so-called African American or Jamaican or Puerto Rican that predates slavery. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to put you a slave to wipe away your identity. They try to wipe away your identity and push religion on you so you can maintain a slave and serve them. You know what I'm saying? But the men in the ISUPK since 1969 has opened up the Bible, went in this book, and found out this book is talking about the history of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, which are the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And we've been teaching that since 1969, all right? So what we're going to do for today is the Brotherhood class, 7 and 9 every Tuesday's Brotherhood class. The topic today, I know y'all see it on the screen. It's going to be talking about life is about war, right? We're going to go into depth on what that means, right? And what you got to do in this fight, right? You got to understand that life is a fight. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have problems. You're going to have adversity. You're going to go through things in your life. You know what I'm saying? That is the purpose of life. The God that you serve on this earth designed your life to be that way. You know what I'm saying? He designed it specifically for you, right? Everybody on earth, every living creature on earth is faced with some type of adversity on earth. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's faced with some type of problem that they go through, right? The problem is we're not being taught properly through the Christian church on how to overcome and triumph in adversity and problems and tribulations and all the heartache that we go through. You know what I'm saying? We're not made aware that life is about war, right? We're being fed and spoon fed this fantasy that you're supposed to just live in bliss all the time, try to be happy as 1 second, y'all. Locky, y'all still with me? Let me know if y'all still with me. Put a one in the chat, Baba Kasha. Let me know y'all still with me. So like I was saying, life is about war. All right. This first scripture we're gonna get First Peter chapter 4. I ain't got no readers today. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go ahead and read it. All right. The first scripture we're gonna grab is First Peter chapter 4. Start at verse 12. All right. All right. So First Peter chapter 4, verse 12, it says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you," right? So this is talking about us, right? The things that you go through. Don't think of it as it something strange that you're going through, or as in like, why me, Lord? Right? You don't want to always ask the Most High, why me, why me? You know what I'm saying? What you want to pray the Most High is to give you the strength to overcome whatever you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Whatever tribulation that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it could be a test. Sometimes the Lord can put that in place just to test you. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes it can be where the Lord is trying to bring you to the next level in life. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna go through something. This is how you build character. You know what I'm saying? This is how you get strength. This is how you get wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom is only gotten through experience. Right? It's not something that you just go to church and say hallelujah and you're blessed with all wisdom of life. You know what I'm saying? It's through experience and through adversity And through ups and downs is how you gain wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You had this cat that just passed away. The cat that was playing in The Wire. I forgot the brother name. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Malik Williams, something like that. He played in The Wire. He just passed away over a drug overdose. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was dealing with, those drugs cannot save him. You know what I'm saying? Whitney Houston died of a drug overdose. Michael Jackson died of a drug overdose. You know what I'm saying? These are people in society of a high stature. You know what I'm saying? Of a high status in society. But when they found trouble in their life, in their high status, you know what I'm saying? They turned to drugs rather turning to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And they found out that there was no help in turning into drugs. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through some things, but you got to know who to turn to. You know what I'm saying? You got to rely on your brothers like the Most High commanded us to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, you ain't got to rely on your oppressor. You ain't got to rely on drugs. You got to rely on nothing but on your brothers and sisters, man. On the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So don't think it's nothing strange that's what you're going through. The Lord is setting this up so he can give you the strength that you need to rule this planet Earth. You understand me? All right. I'm going to continue on. Verse 13. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. You know, say you got to understand our King, being a man in the flesh, went through it as well. Right? He was sent here to die for the sins of Israel. He was born like a regular man, just like you and me. You know what I'm saying? And the place that he was born at was not, no rich place where the wealthy, all the wealthy children are being born at. You know what I'm saying? Christ was born next to sheep and goat, you know what I'm saying? Born in a manger. That's where Christ was born at. I can imagine what it smelled like in there. You know what I'm saying? It was a cat. Our King, Yahushua, was born same place where animals get fed at. You know what I'm saying? Then grew up in the ghetto of Galilee. You know what I'm saying? So much so they couldn't even believe that something good can come out of Galilee. You know what I'm saying? That same man went out to do great miracles on this earth, raised the dead, gave the blind sight. You know what I'm saying? Still, at the end of it all, he still put his life on the line for his people and was crucified. You know what I'm saying? He was beat, spit on, mocked, and then nailed on a piece of wood, man. You know what I'm saying? Your King went through it. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you're willing to serve the Most High, you got to understand you will be going through it as well. When you come to serve the Most High, don't think of it how the Christian church love to put it. That every day is just a happy day. You're saved by the blood of Jesus and saved by grace. You know what I'm saying? All that does is breed selfishness. You know what I'm saying? That's what it subconsciously does. It just breeds selfishness. You know what I'm saying? Where your only plight in life and your only objective in life is for you to seek happiness. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that lives like that will do whatever it takes to get their own self-satisfaction, regardless who toes they step on, regardless who feelings they hurt, regardless how unbrotherly or unsisterly they're being. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you understand that life is a struggle, you know what I'm saying? And the only way you can get through that struggle is by linking up with your people, linking up with your family, and coming together as a nation. You know what I'm saying? You will find out it will be far much easier than doing it all by yourself. It'll be far much easier than doing it in the Christian church and believing a lie. You know what I'm saying? The truth is life is about war. That is the truth. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through some things, man. You know what I'm saying? But you have to rely on keeping the commandments of the Most High and serving the Lord. So that way you can overcome this world and get rulership. You know what I'm saying? Get what the Lord has promised us. That's only if you're willing to stand with him, even when it's good or bad. All right? So I'm going to continue on. Verse 14 says, if ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye. Right? If you being reproached, meaning if you go through some things just for Christ's sake, right? Your family might look at you different. Your friends might not want to be around you no more. You know what I'm saying? You might have a schedule of slavery that conflicts with you coming to camp or you being at the high holy days. You know what I'm saying? People won't deal with you the same. They start to look down upon you. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? They did the same thing to Christ. They mock Christ and they look down upon him. You know what I'm saying? So you should take that as a badge of honor. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got the trooper with me.
You,
Trooper could not.
hey, Salaki, sir. I seen that. I seen it late too.
You know you on live, right? You on live. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
It's all
Yeah, how
good.
about you?
Yeah, man, it's all good. So good to have you here. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of
But
concept.
yeah, the topic on today is life is about war. You know what I'm saying? And that's what life is all about, right? So I'm at First Peter's chapter 4 and verse 14. All right. I'm at First Peter's chapter 4, verse 14. All right. And we're just breaking down the things that you go through is part of life. Tribulations are part of life. You know what I'm saying? You want to learn how to conquer it instead of letting it conquer you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Think about how long this world has exist. How long has this earth exist? You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of generations that went through far more worse than what, some of us are going through today. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole generation of people that have been through tribulations, that have been through hard times. You know what I'm saying? We ought to learn from their experience as well and stop making excuses and stop making it always about us and better ourselves now so the future generation don't have to go through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It stops with us, right? If you could pick up from 14, Bawakasha, Trooper Kanat,
You said First Peter chapter 4, verse 14.
Khan Bawakasha.
Sir. The book of First Peter chapter 4, verse 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye,
Mm-hmm.
for the spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you.
Right. The spirit of you following the Most High, keeping his commandments, and being in his truth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Christians out there that they ain't trying to suffer at all. They claim to believe in Christ and they claim to willing to follow him throughout their whole life. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's willing to actually go through it for the Most High. But the men and the women in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Count it as joy. The Lord chastises who he loves, man. You know what I'm saying? He loves blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why we going through what we're going through today. He's trying to teach us a lesson. He's trying to show us something. You know what I'm saying? You asking yourself, why is life like this all the time? You know what I'm saying? Well, here's the answer. The answer is life is about war. You know what I'm saying? You are going through warfare right now. And the Lord is trying to show you how to defeat this war, how to overcome it. You know what I'm saying? And by serving him is the only way that you will overcome it. By standing with the Most High, staying in his truth, keeping his law, statutes, and commandments is the only way that you'll overcome it. You know what I'm saying? Even to the very end, just like our King did, who did not doubt, not even once. Even when he was on that cross, man, he was looking at everybody, looking at him, and he prayed for them still, saying, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. And after that, 3 days after that, that boy rose from the dead. Now he's sitting on the right side of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to stand with the Lord even through hard times, because that's what life is all about, right? Let's continue on.
Khan. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They talk against Christ. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? They're going to talk against you as well. They're going to murmur against you. They're going to make rumors about you. They're going to try to gossip about you, tarnish your name, tarnish your image. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? They did the same thing for Christ. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord sees you for good. What you're going through, the Lord can help you out. You know what I'm saying? And the main solution that we're looking for is rulership. That is the number one solution that can give us remedy for all our problems. You know what I'm saying? Being rulers in the rightful position that the Lord has promised us. You know what I'm saying? Once we serve him and start changing our life and gathering ourselves together, then we'll get that, what the Lord has promised us. You know what I'm saying? But until we do that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna continue to be at the bottom. If we continue to stay selfish and be in the Christian church and only worry about ourselves, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna continue to be at the bottom, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to tie everything into, you hitting the lottery. You don't want to tie everything into to you getting a rap contract, you getting $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? There's nothing wrong with having nice things. Everybody want nice things. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But the most important thing about life is willing to serve the Most High, because you can have those nice things and still not be right in the inside, still not be healthy mentally. You know what I'm saying? Or still not have good health. You can have all those nice things and still not be in the right state of mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Which, if you want to fight your demons, it comes with serving the Most High. Getting rich and wealthy will not run your demons away. You know what I'm saying? Turning to Molly and crack and weed will not get rid of your demons. Or lighting a crystal or whatever they be, rubbing crystals, lighting incense, and believing birthdays and stars tell you your personality will not get demons away from you, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to go to war with yourself. You have to conquer your spirit, conquer your mind. You know what I'm saying? And mortify your members, meaning stop your members from doing the things that you like to do. You know what I'm saying? And do the things that please the Most High. And that's what you'll be gloried in. The Lord will give you glory then. You know what I'm saying? He'll set you on high above everybody else on the face of the earth. Right? Let's continue on. And anything you want to add too, Kanat, you can go ahead and add anything you want to add.
Kind of. You said continue on verse 15.
Khan Baba Kashai.
First Peter chapter 4, verse 15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief,
Mm-hmm.
or as an evildoer,
Mm-hmm.
or as a busybody in other men's matters.
Right. That's what you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be looked at as a hypocrite from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the Most High to be seeing seeing the things that you be doing and judge you for that. You know what I'm saying? It's better that you stand with him even in the hard time. Even when the Most High is testing you and proving you, he's trying to see if you're going to be willing to go back to drugs. He's trying to see if you're going to go back and be a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? And start shooting up your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? He want to see if you're going to turn back to being evil and a Christian and being wicked. That's what the Lord is trying to see. He's trying to see who has the integrity and who has the heart to stand with him. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He gonna put you through some fire. He gonna put you through the test. And you gotta be willing to stand with him. Don't be like, how these Christians are, who think they saved, but yet they hate their brothers and sisters. When the scriptures say if you hate your brother, you as if a murderer. You're just like a murderer. You know what I'm saying? Don't be somebody that's a busybody, meaning somebody that's in everybody's business, gossiping, knowing all the info and the 411 on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like that, because the Lord will judge you for that. You know what I'm saying? But be somebody that's righteous, and when the Lord judge you, he'll be able to reward you because you stood with him even through the hard times. You know what I'm saying? Just like Job, just like Adam, just like Noah, all the great men of the Bible went through tough times in serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of it, they were given the promise from the Most High, the covenant of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Continue on.
Come. Verse 16. Yet, if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God on this behalf.
Salak, my bad. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Kind of go ahead.
Uh, verse 16. Let, Yet, if any man suffer as a Christian,
Mm-hmm.
let him be, let him not be ashamed,
Mm-hmm.
but let him glorify God on this behalf.
Right. What does it mean to be a Christian? What does that mean? That's
So
some
once I,
religion? Go ahead.
sir, once I once heard, I don't know if it was Officer Kazak or Cap broke it down. And like he was saying, like, well, in these times, Christians was followers of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
But in our times, ain't nobody a Christian. Well, these so-called Christians that claim they Christians, they're
Right.
not Christians because they don't follow Christ. They eat pork, they eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. They celebrate these evil, wicked holidays, and they do so on and so forth. But at this time, during these time, these men, they were following Christ to the
Mm.
T, like everything, and that's what a real Christian is.
Right.
Not today's Christians, because today's Christians are not Christians at all. They don't follow Christ. They
Right.
don't do the same thing Christ did,
Uh,
or Salaki.
right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means, right? Like as an example, before even Christ came, the people that was following John, they could have considered them a Johnnian. You get what I'm saying?
No, God.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever you follow, that's the name that you pick up after. You know what I'm saying? And those that follow Christ, like Trooper Canuck said, will do what Christ did. That means don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Keep the high holy day the most high. You know what I'm saying? We just had the memorial blowing the trumpets. You know what I'm saying? Get a Lord a hand for that one. You know what I'm saying? It was
Damn right.
dope. We got down last night. You know why? Because Christ kept the memorial blowing the trumpets. You know what I'm saying? We keep Passover. All these things that Christ did is what makes you a true follower of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Or what they'll call a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And that was just a term used for those that follow Christ. It was never a religion. You know what I'm saying? It was never a religion. It was never how they portrayed to be today. You know what I'm saying? Israelite men that follow Christ, that follow our King. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else follow whatever they want to follow. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are in the Christian church today, you are not following Christ. You know what I'm saying? You are following white supremacy. That's what you're following in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? And white supremacy tells you how to be selfish. White supremacy tells you how to only care for yourself, how to care for your flesh, how to do what you got to do just to overcome hard times, not willing to endure and to be patient and to get courage and to get strength. That's what the Christian church does not teach you. You know what I'm saying? But Christ, he went through it. You know what I'm saying? To give others strength and courage to go through it when they go through their hard times. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in the Christian church, you're learning white supremacy. Because when your oppressor was going through hard times, you know what he did? What he did, Kana, when he was suffering and going through tribulation.
Salaki, sir. Didn't he fight back and take what was his, like, when, like, Salaki. I'm when you said that, I'm thinking about, like, when they broke away, when they broke from the England kingdom, from Britain.
There you
When,
go.
and they was fighting, they fought against, what I'm saying, the people, they committed treason, really, if you really
Mm-hmm.
look at it.
Gone.
You know what I'm saying?
Gone.
Yeah, so he made a way for himself. When he was feeling oppressed and beaten down and, what I'm saying, belittled and all that, he made a way for himself.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly right. When he was going through it, being, oppressed by the British, You know what I'm saying? And having enough land in Europe and all of that stuff. You know what he did? He sailed across the Atlantic Ocean, fought against the British. After he won that war, he got some slaves from the west coast of Africa, sold them across the Atlantic, and worked them in a plantation until they got rich. Now they successful. They on top. You know what I'm saying? The only reason they're like that is because they had to murder and steal and be a busybody, like the Lord said for us not to be. You know what I'm saying? That's how they had to get power and bliss on earth. You know what I'm saying? But what we got to do as Israelites is stand with the Most High, serve Him, turn away from the Christian church, turn away from this white supremacy programming that you've been brainwashed with since you was a child. You know what I'm saying? You want to turn away from whatever you're learning in the religious church, you know what I'm saying, and serve the Most High and read this book and understand that it is talking about you if you're a so-called black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian. That you got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And that's the only way the Lord will give you any type of justice or freedom or any type of blessing on this earth. Right? Let me get Hebrews chapter 12 real quick, verse 16.
You said verse 15, sir?
You can start me at 16, Baba Kashar.
Come. The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as
Mm-hmm.
Esau.
As who?
As Esau.
Who is Esau?
Esau is the progenitor of the white man, sir. So
Right.
like
Khan.
so-called white man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He is the forefather of the white race. You know what I'm saying? A man named Esau, who was birthed along with his twin brother Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Esau became the forefather of the so-called white race. You know, the Bible just called him a fornicator and a profane person. You know what I'm saying? Because when Esau was born, he did something that was profane and disgusting in the eyes of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He did something that was disobedient and abomination in the eyes of the Most High when he was going through. When he was going through a little bit of hardship, you know what I'm saying? He got weak and turned against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Read on. We're going to read what he
Come.
did. Mm-hmm.
Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
What did he do?
For one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Right. And that's the spirit of the man that's ruling this earth today. They descend from the man named Esau. And that spirit is in each and every one of our oppressors today, man. To where they're willing to do anything just to maintain their authority on this earth. They're willing to do anything just to gain any dominance, just to gain any riches or any wealth on this earth, man. You know why? Because they do it because their father did it. You know what I'm saying? Their father, for one morsel of meat, meaning, if you understand the story, he was starving after he was hunting. And his brother, his twin brother Jacob, was cooking up some food. You know what I'm saying? But the food was not even ready yet. But being a greedy bastard or a profane and a fornicator like Esau, he was willing to give up his birthright, meaning the right to rule this planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? Given from his father, Isaac. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to give that up just so he can get something to eat, as if that was the last meal on earth, as if he couldn't walk home and cook himself something.
And most in Christ that he did. So like
Right, as if he could have. I mean, he was a hunter, wasn't he? They listened to
yeah, he was
everything.
he could have he could like it, sir, if I
Go
may.
ahead.
He could have easily killed something out there. And you know what I'm saying?
He could have easily, killed a deer or two and made his own goddamn meal. what I'm saying? But that is the spirit of our oppressor, and that's the spirit of Christianity, man. That our people are willing to step on necks, step on toes, give up our birthright, give up what the Lord promised us just so we can get a little bit of bliss, a little bit of a good time on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding that the Lord gave you that birthright, not as in you're saved and holy, but for you to maintain it, for you to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? For you to endure to keep it. You know what I'm saying? But we are willing to give that up like Esau did just for one little ounce of a morsel, just for a little bit of good time here in this place, man. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing the repercussions of that today, man. That's what's happening to these entertainers that's dying of these drug overdose. Not just these entertainers, these young boys is dying of drug overdose, man. Not understanding how to cope with life, not understanding that life is about war. They turn to drugs because they can't find no solution in the Christian church. The Christian church love to blame them. They make it seem like they the problem and they the cause, and it's their fault. Instead of giving them the help that they need to overcome their adversity. You know what I'm saying? They try to push a fairy tale on them and make them think that it will be all good if you just say Jesus all the time. Well, that's not the case, man. You got to go to war and you got to fight in order to be saved by the Most High. You got to endure until the end to be saved by the Most High. You got to serve the Most High, you know what I'm saying, the God of this Bible, in order to get any salvation. So like a trooper cannot, I mean, if you want to say anything, I even keep on reveling.
Oh no, so like you said, what you're saying so heavy. What I was gonna say is like when you were saying like the young men, like you know what I'm saying, they turn their lives away over to drugs and stuff. The oppressor, what he did was he took out the thing that could help them in their times of need, which is a father. He took the fathers out of the household and
Damn
gave
right.
them drugs instead of as their solution when the father was the always was the solution. Of course the
Damn
most
right.
high is the main solution, but having a father in that household will help that young man get over or teach him to prepare himself for warfare outside of that household when he dot that house every day, because now you leave the house, you know what I'm saying, you might not come back home.
Damn right, man.
You know what I'm saying? And the father would teach
Uh,
you how to make sure you come back home. But like I said, they took the fathers out and put the drugs in.
God.
So
Now
like,
that's heavy. Now that's heavy, truth. That's real heavy, man. That's exactly what they did. They sucked the hope out of you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. They made sure that there was no authority figure in your household. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can maintain the discipline of the house. They think it's what toxic masculinity for a strong black man to rule over his household. You know what I'm saying? When that strong black man can save his household, save his son, save his daughter from the wickedness that's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's needed. That's what's needed in order to build up a nation. We got to get our families together to build up a nation first. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to stand and to endure and to suffer everything together in order for us to get rulership on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor is gonna, he's only gonna pick up on us. That's all he's looking to do. You know what I'm saying? That was real heavy, Trooper Kanat. You know what I'm saying? Trooper Yawasop said Karon Khan, they'll give it up for equality and basic human rights. Damn right, man. Your pastor will have you giving up your God-given right to rule this planet Earth just for equality. Just so I can sit on a white man's toilet and give up rulership. So I can take a dump where you dump. I'm going to give up rulership. You know what I'm saying? Well, damn that. I'll throw away those cigarettes, throw away that weed, just so I don't ever have to sit on a white man's toilet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't ever have to sit in his restaurant and eat his eggs with spit in it. I'm sure they were spitting in those eggs. You know what I'm saying? Spitting in those grits. Just so you can sit in that restaurant. Go ahead, Trooper Cadet. My bad.
no, I was just gonna say it's like it's on me to keep butting in, but what you
Nah, you
bringing out
good.
so heavy is like it's like we know that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the best cooks on the planet Earth.
Mhm.
Now, why would you want to give that up to just go sit in that nasty ass restaurant that
Right.
they don't even season the food? The food ain't nowhere near as good as I. Even the little rundown shacks they had us in was good. Was
Mhm.
better than what I'm saying. What they was cooking. So why would you want to get that up? Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's just our folks. So they want to like the Most High knew that we wouldn't be able to rule this earth without His laws, statutes, and commandments. Because if we was to try to rule this earth in the same mind frame we in now, it's just like Esau. Because Esau, that's who we've been following for the longest.
Mhm. Con. Nah, damn right, man. That's real. That's heavy, man. We the best at everything that we do, but we want to give up our best just so we can be equal with those that's less than us. You know what I'm saying? That those that don't even compare to us, we want to give up all of that just so we can be equal with them. You know what I'm saying? That is white supremacy. That is Christianity for you, man. That's what brainwashing does to you. Nobody in their
Kind
right
of,
mind would think that way. Go ahead, Trooper. You was gonna say something?
oh no, sir. I'm just saying, con what you saying, heavy con, sir.
Yeah, God, most high in Christ, man. That's what brainwashing will do to you, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta come out of this brainwashing. Realizing the life that you living right now is meant for you to be a soldier. It's meant for you to conquer. It's meant for you to triumph so you can get something better, right? Let's continue on, Baba Kasha.
So, like you said, do you want me to continue on in Hebrews or in First Peter?
Continue Hebrews real quick. My bad.
Con. Verse 17. Salaki. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessings,
Hmm.
he was rejected.
He was what?
For he was rejected,
Read on.
for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
I thought God loves everybody. I thought everybody was accepted.
Salaki, sir, it say
Hmm.
he was rejected.
Rejected, man. The Lord rejected Esau for what he did, for giving up his integrity just so he can get a piece of bliss. The Lord rejected him for that. Even afterwards, so much so Esau tried to cry and plead and beg the Most High for it, but it was far too late. It was too late, man. You know what I'm saying? We are the chosen people of the Most High. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are the chosen people. And the Lord commanded us not to be like Esau, not to be like our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Not to join his religions and to join his philosophy and his way of life. The Lord is requiring that we serve him and he'll put us above Esau. He'll put us above our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? We'll have all the morsel of meat that we need. We'll have everything that we need, including our birthright. You know what I'm saying? As long as we stand with the Most High, right? You can
Kind
drop
of.
that. You want to add anything?
Oh no, Salaki, 'cause I was just gonna say, like, you could tell that, like, if you really look at it, we are all different. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we different from Esau in everything, how we eat our food, the way we dress. Like it is right here in these scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you can get up under the ISUPK, up under Commanding General Hunter, he will open your eyes to see that this thing is about separation. It's been about separation.
Damn
And,
right.
and we are not to mix with anybody that with any other heathen nation because we are separate. Like everything that we do is totally different from what they do. Dress,
Con.
eat, culture, the way we like, you know what I'm saying, the way we handle ourselves, it's right here. Like how I said, he sought it carefully with tears. Every time a so-called white man do something and he get punished for it, he cry. Like them Karens and all them stuff, they be the
Mm.
videos they be going
Con.
viral.
Right.
They be
Yup.
in all right, they be all them people
Yeah.
business. But then when them people give them the business, what they do? They cry and they
Sad.
lie.
God.
It's
It
right
said,
here in the scripture.
nah, I don't mean to cut you out. I just want to add the point.
No, go ahead, sir. Salaki.
A white woman's tears is the most dangerous thing on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying?
That thing
Nah,
shed blood.
mhm.
No,
God,
so like I said, I was just saying, like piggybacking off what you said, a white woman's tears will shed blood.
mm-hmm.
Tell you.
God, man, that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? They throw tantrums like a baby as soon as that they don't get their way, not realizing that they need to take accountability for their actions. And that same spirit is from Esau and throughout all of them as a race. You know what I'm saying? That this is who we strive to be equal with. This is who we want to get basic human rights from. Right? This is the people that the Lord rejected. The Lord rejected Esau. You know what I'm saying? This ain't hate speech. This ain't our feelings. This ain't nothing personal against Esau. The Lord rejected Esau. You know what I'm saying? And chose us to serve him. Right? So no matter what, we are obligated and required by the Most High to serve him, even through our hard times, man. Go through that hard times. Go through it knowing that you are the chosen of the Most High. Go through it knowing that your brothers and sisters are royalty on this earth. Even though you don't have the Maserati, the Benz, or whatever your oppressor got, he ain't got what flows through your veins, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the birthright that was given unto him, you know what I'm saying, from their father Isaac. You got something that's far greater than anything that your oppressor can accumulate on this earth. And that's being the chosen people of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Being a black man is the most greatest thing that you can have on this earth. You know what I'm saying? If I could be vain just for a second, I look every time I wake up, man, you know what I'm saying? I look in the mirror and I say nigga 5 times. You know what I'm saying? Do a quick spin and I'm out the door. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.
Hey, both sides Christ.
You know what I'm
Both
saying?
sides Christ.
It is a wonderful thing to be a nigga on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what this world tells you. All right. So
Kind on kind.
let me get Ecclesiasticus chapter 40, verse 1, Baba Kashah.
Kind on kind. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Great travail is created for every man, and in heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam.
Right. What is this
From the
talking
day
about?
that
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. My bad. You can finish that verse up.
like you sir.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. You can finish the verse up. My bad.
Okay, so like you said. In the middle of verse 1. From the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Right. The Bible is about to teach you something real important about life. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You know what I'm saying? You gain the wisdom of what life is. What is the meaning of life? Why? What is the purpose of me going through this? Why am I going through that? Why is this so hard? You know what I'm saying? Why do I feel like this? You know what I'm saying? When am I ever going to get through it? Well, the Bible's going to teach you something that you need to have in life. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand this so you can get integrity and get courage to overcome your problems, right? What is this talking about in verse 1, Trooper Kana? What is the Bible
So
trying
like you
to teach
sir,
us about life?
it seems like what it's saying is like,
Mm-hmm.
man, every black man got it hard from the day that he's born. Like every black, Hispanic, and Native American man that's born, he is meant for him to go through hard times from the day of his
Right.
birth to the day his spirit goes back to the Most High.
Right. You know what I'm saying? From the time you're born to the time you die, man. Guess what? You're going to experience hard times. No matter where you're born at, who you're born from. You know what I'm saying? This is something that happens to all the sons of man. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna have envy, jealousy, greed, hunger. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have all these things and all these experience and attributes of life. This is something that's natural to mankind. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not, infallible. We're not robots. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to experience certain things. And certain of these events, either you're going to rise to the occasion, or you're going to fall under. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to gain strength and gain wisdom out of it, or you're going to become weak and destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the determination comes for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to determine where you're going to stand at and going through your hard times, because it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And don't think it's only you. It's not only you. Everybody's going to go through it some way or somehow. The Lord is going to make sure of that. You know what I'm saying? And that is the main important key you need to understand about life. You know what I'm saying? Understand that it's not only just happening to you. This is not just a why me moment. You know what I'm saying? Don't let yourself wallow in a pity party. Don't loathe in a pity party all day. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to deviate your problems. It's not going to get rid of your problems. You know what I'm saying? Get to the solution and act on that. That's what you need to do. Get to the solution and act on the solution. Find out what it is require you for you to do, and do it. Then execute it. You know what I'm saying? But if you sit around and just pity yourself and say, why me all day, guess what? You will never get no results. It'll be just as bad as it was the day before. And guess what? It's going to be just as bad the day after, and the day after, and the day after, until you get up and realize you need to serve the Most High and do what's right. Until you realize you need to put down those drugs, put down that weed, put down that pill. You know what I'm saying? You need to realize you need to stop going to that Christian church. Then that's when you'll start to understand that this is warfare. This is how I fight back. I need to throw a punch. I need to strike back. You know what I'm saying? But your pity party will never give you a solution, right? Let's continue on, Warrior.
Con. Verse 2. Their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and
Mm-hmm.
cause fear of heart.
Right. What meaning what? What does that mean, Trooper Canot?
It's like you, sir. Is it saying like how you say like going through the hard times, like how I say, I don't know, the worries of the world, like it troubles them.
Okay, Con. Well, Con. All right. Well, if you want to, go into that as well. Hey, what do you mean by that? Like, give me
Salaki, sir. I'll let you bring it down. I got a little bit of stuff going on in the background. Salaki, sir.
those what? Nah, you know what I'm saying? That's you was basically on it, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted you to go more in depth on it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you was basically on it. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you're gonna have to deal with in life. Like these are the basic things or natural things that people go through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna experience a time where you have to overcome. You know what I'm saying? A time of doubt. You know what I'm saying? A time of guilt. You know what I'm saying? A time of grieving. You know what I'm saying? A time of hunger, a time of being restless. This is something that happens to all men. You know what I'm saying? And some people, through the fear of knowing that happens to people in life, some people turn to drugs, some people turn to the Christian church, some people turn to being greedy and being selfish. You know what I'm saying? Because they're afraid of what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me. All right. Got another decent
Right.
prophet in the building. You know what I'm saying? Officer Kawan. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Shalom.
Shalom, Yokta. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Most High did not give us the spirit of fear. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you should fear in this life is the Most High. That's the only thing you should fear. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of losing that job. Don't be afraid of being on your last dollar. Don't be afraid of none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? What you should fear is fear the Most High. That's what you should be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the only one that can help you out. You know what I'm saying? And by fearing him and doing what he tells you to do, guess what? You'll be able to get a nation. You'll be able to get brothers and sisters that can give you the things that you need in life. You know what I'm saying? But being alone and going through it, guess what? It's going to be hard on you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to deal with that by yourself. But having a nation, guess what? It's going to be far better for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand this is something that happens to all men, right? Let's continue on.
Verse 3. From him that sitteth on a throne of glory unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes.
Right. From the very rich to even the poor, right? This is something else that you got to understand. You know what I'm saying? Stop. What did the Bible call it? Emulation, selfish ambition. Ambition is great. It's great to have. You know what I'm saying? But when you become greedy in it and you're willing to step on your brothers and sisters' toes and necks just to get your dreams accomplished, that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Hard times is gonna happen to whether you're rich and get that goal accomplished, or whether you're poor and living in ashes. You know what I'm saying? It happens to all men. It's not just you. You're not the only person that's gonna go through it. Everybody experiences it. Right? Read on.
Sir. Verse 4. From him that weareth purple and a crown unto him that is cloth with linen frock, with a linen frock.
Right. It's just expounding on the same point. Right? Purple is an expensive color. You know what I'm saying? Back then, only the rich was known to wear purple. So it's just saying the same, it's reiterating the same point. Either from the very rich, those that wear the nice clothing, like if you fast forward today, the Versace, the Gucci, the whatever expensive clothing people is wearing today, to even those that's just wearing the same white tee every day. You know what I'm saying? From whoever, you're gonna go through things in life. You know?
Sir. Verse 5. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness,
Mm-hmm.
fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night's sleep, do change his knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. A little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep,
Mm-hmm.
as in a day of keeping watch,
Mm-hmm.
troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle.
Mm-hmm.
When all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Such things happen unto all flesh,
Right.
both man.
Happens
Oh, Salakia, sir.
happens to who? My fault. Read that part again.
Uh, such things happen unto all flesh,
Mm-hmm.
both man and beast.
Right. So let me just explain a bit of what Trooper Canuck was reading. Right. Asalak y'all squad. I forgot to inform you. We're in Ecclesiasticus 40 and verse 6, right?
Sir.
Yeah, 40 and 6. That's where we at right now, right? So this is what it's saying, right? From people that experience anger, hard times, you know what I'm saying, that go through stuff, this is what can cause people to curve their perspective, whether they should be going a selfish route or should they serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? This is what caused people to only think of themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's talking about it changes their knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That their perspective and their outlook on life changes by what you go through in life. You know what I'm saying? You either get stronger, you know what I'm saying, and get wisdom, or you either become weak or become selfish or become angry and spiteful against your brothers and sisters, either or even a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? Either or, your experiences is how you gain a perspective on life, right? And even through sleep as well, right? There's a time where when you rest in your bed and you have a nightmare, right? The example they gave is where this person was in the midst of war. In the midst of war, he, struggling to fight in this war, he ended up waking up and realizing it is just a dream. And that is something that happens to both man and beast, right? You ever seen a dog laying down if you ever had a pet or anything? You ever seen them twitching while they sleep? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will say they dreaming about, chasing that bone or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Gun out of a gun. I done seen that. I done seen that happen a few times.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like those things is what you're experiencing, and that happens to whether you're rich or poor. You know what I'm saying? And that is how you get your outlook on life. But here's the thing. A lot of people is not our leaders is not making us aware of this war that we go through. They're not making us aware that we are supposed to experience certain things in life, that we're supposed to overcome certain things in order for us to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? They trying to give you a lullaby and try to give you a smooth song and rock you to sleep. And that way you're not armed, you're not arming yourself or defending yourself against this battle. And that way you become destroyed, on drugs, you know what I'm saying, all up in TMZ, you know what I'm saying, doing all type of embarrassing acts, you know what I'm saying, because nobody ever told you that life is about war. Life is about heartache. You know what I'm saying? Life is about the struggle. Life is about the tribulation and all the hell that you go through. That's what life is all about. You know why? Because the Lord is a man of war, and He wants you to conquer it. He wants you to fight it. That's the reason why you grew up in that ghetto. That's the reason why you grew up with that uncle that had a drug problem or had that alcohol problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why you grew up with your father not in the crib. That's why you grew up in the condition that you grew up in as a Black and Hispanic and Native Indian man. The Lord put that in place so you can overcome it. You know what I'm saying? And by you overcome it, guess what? You'll be given all authority to rule this planet Earth. By you overcoming it, you'll be able to teach the next brother and sister how to overcome it as well. You'll give them the courage and the strength that they need in order to overcome this world so they can get rulership as well. This is what life is supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? Now that you're in the truth, now that you're aware that you're in this battle, now you have something that you're armed with. You have a defense now. You have something that you can attack with. Because before then you was even armed. You didn't even have no defense. You didn't have nothing to defend yourself with. You know what I'm saying? But now you're in the truth, you got something to defend yourself with. These scriptures, these laws and commandments is your only defense. Is your only defense in fighting against this hellhole that we go through. Loving thy brother as thyself is your only defense getting through what you got to get through. That's the only way it's going to work. Loving your brother as yourself, loving your sister as yourself is the only way you're going to get through any adversity on this earth, man. Michael Jackson died alone. Whitney Houston died alone in that tub. the superstar in The Wire, Omar in The Wire, died alone in his apartment in New York.
God, oh God.
You know what I'm saying? By themselves, died with all that money and riches, man. Your defense is in your family, man. Your defense is in your brothers. Is in your nation. Like the Most High commanded us to do to get together. That's where your defense is at, man. Or else you're gonna find yourself the same fate that all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have dealt with by not serving the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame to see these talented brothers and sisters pass away the way they do, man. It is a shame. These are royalty that's passing away. But your pastor love to tell you that life is just a game and do what you want, live free and be happy all the time. Meanwhile, you're destroying yourself. Get some strength, get some courage, and fight back. All right, let's continue on.
God, oh God, sir. Verse 9. I mean verse 8. I think Salaki, sir. I'm in the ending of verse 8.
All right, you go ahead.
And it says both man and so I'm gonna read it from the top, sir. Salaki.
Okay, no sir.
Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast,
Mm-hmm.
and that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
Is what?
Sevenfold more upon sinners.
One more thing.
Sevenfold more upon sinners.
Guess what? The righteous go through hard times, and the wicked goes through hard times too. But guess what? It is 7 times worse for those that don't serve the Most High than it is for those that do serve the Most High. Y'all both is gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? But one is armed and one is unarmed. One got a defense and one don't got a defense. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You will be protected once you serve the Most High. Once you build up your nation, you get all the necessities that you need in life. Once you build up your people. You know what I'm saying? But the one that only thinks about themselves and being in the Christian church, you're going to be 7 times more destroyed, man. You're going to find yourself in that hotel room. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find out that your kids is passing away by that, man. It must be hell. Did it Bobby Brown? I think Bobby Brown passed away as well, right? If I'm not mistaken.
You say Pat Salaka say you say Bobby Brown passed away?
No, he didn't pass away?
La.
Yeah, I think he was in the hospital or something like that recently.
Probably so. He stayed
You know what I'm saying? Right. And before that, he had his daughter and his son pass away by the same fate that their mother passed away with, man. Because it is that much harder when you're doing it against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It is that much harder when you're not keeping the commandments. It's gonna be harder for you. You know what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna get any relief from your tribulation and your adversity is by serving the Most High power, man. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that?
Sir, did you want me to read verse 9?
Yeah, what verse 9 say?
What? I think it goes into 10.
What that say?
Verse 9 says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamity, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked,
Mm-hmm.
and for their sakes came the flood.
Right. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Most High does, man. You know what I'm saying? Those that don't want to serve him will be punished for it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be willing to serve the Most High, whether you going through good times or hard times, right? Somebody can find me that verse in Second Ezra where it says there was water on one side and fire on the other side, and narrow was the way. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Somebody can grab me that Baba Shah.
Colonel Khan, sir.
All right. Yeah, man. This is what the Bible teaches, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not looking to coddle you, you know what I'm saying, like your mama does. You know what I'm saying? He is a masculine spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? He is not like your grandma that pats you on your back whenever you having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? The Lord just wants to see if you have the courage to stand up on your 2 feet. The type of God that you serve will break your legs just to see you try to stand up again. That's the type of God that you serve, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not here to pacify you. This book does not pacify you. If you want to learn how to overcome any problem, gain wisdom, change your life and fear the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You had that for me, Oscar Kawan?
Khan out of one Khan.
All right, go ahead, soldier.
What? How far up you want me to start? Start up at 1.
Start me
For
right
this
at the part where like it explains, what's going
Khan out of
on
one
in
Khan.
time.
Khan out of one Khan. The book of Second Ezra is chapter 7 and verse 6. Um, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a
Mm-hmm.
broad field, and is
Mm-hmm.
full of all good things.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is
Right.
set in a dangerous place to fall.
Right. So think about this, right? Think about a destination you're trying to reach, right? This particular destination is a beautiful place. You know what I'm saying? Is got land, nice, you know what I'm saying? A great city, everything you need, all the good nutrients, the gold, the silver, the lead, everything that you need is in this city. But in order to get to the city, there is a very narrow entrance. You know what I'm saying? And this pathway, this very narrow entrance, is a dangerous pathway. You know what I'm saying? It's narrow. You know what I'm saying? Right? Read on.
Colonel Khan. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and
Mm-hmm.
on the left a deep water.
Right. So on this pathway, on this narrow path, you have fire on the right hand, and then you have deep water on the left. You know what I'm saying? Why is it giving those two examples? Why is it saying fire and water on the left, on the right and the left?
Salakia, sir,
Mm-hmm.
because both of them dangerous.
Right. You fall in that fire, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna burn to death. You fall in that water, you're gonna drown. You know what I'm saying? This is an analogy to life. This is an analogy to life, man. If you trying to reach rulership, you know what I'm saying? If you trying to conquer this earth, you first have to go through that path. That very narrow path where it's very dangerous, man. Where you're gonna find all type of temptation that's trying to knock you off. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through all type of tribulations that's gonna try to knock you off on this narrow path.
Right.
That's gonna try to get you to fall in that fire or fall in that deep water. But those that's focused on that city and focus on that narrow path and then on their walkway, they'll reach it. You know what I'm saying? And this is an analogy to life that the Most High is explaining for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to stand with him because this is how you're going to get to that great city. It's not going to be an easy path for you. It's not going to be a yellow brick road that you can walk on. This is something that's very difficult that certain men and women reach, right? Read on.
Colonel Khan, verse 8. And only one path between them both,
Mm-hmm.
even between the fire and the water, so
Mm-hmm.
small that there could be but one man go there at once.
Right. What does that mean?
Salakia, sir,
Go ahead.
that is a narrow path.
Mm-hmm. God. Meaning what?
That,
Like what?
that not everybody can make it through it.
God. Like you got to go one at a time. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you in a single file line. It's so narrow that you have to be in a single file line in order to get through this path. It's not wide enough for two people to stand side to side to go through this path. It's so narrow that it got to be one at a time. Meaning one that's before you gonna get it first, you know what I'm saying? Then you'll get it. After that, the person behind you will get it. After that, the person behind him will get it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about rank and order. He is
Damn
about
right.
structure. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody will get that. Not everybody will even get on a path to even reach that destination, man. Well, guess what? If you're willing to get the kingdom or willing to get rulership, you got to be willing to walk that path. You got to be willing to go through that hard time and go through that tribulation, knowing that there is something better for you once you get through it, once you overcome it. Right? Read on.
Khan Khan, sir. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it,
Mm-hmm.
how shall he receive this inheritance?
Right. Like even with Esau, what we read about, like if he wasn't willing to even starve for a good second until he got home for him to eat, how you think he really appreciated that birthright in the first place? He didn't even deserve it, man. Well, he was willing to sell it for a morsel of meat. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know the value of what he had or what his father gave him. Well, in order to understand the value of rulership, to understand of the value of brotherhood, to understand the value of sisterhood, well, guess what? You're gonna have to go through it first. You're gonna have to know what it feels like to be on the bottom, not in rulership. You're gonna have to know how it feels like to be separated from your brothers and sisters, to be hated by your family, to be hated by your loved ones. You're gonna have to know what that feels like in order for you for you to finally reach it. You're gonna really appreciate it. You're gonna really understand the importance of it, of keeping the commandments, of loving that brother as thyself. But you got to be willing to get on that path. It's very narrow because guess what? Not many is doing it. Not many is willing to love thy brother as thyself. Not many is willing to not sell drugs and go through the hell that they're going through in order to reach the kingdom of the Most High. Not many is rejecting Christianity and rejecting white supremacy in order to stand with the Most High. Very few is doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? But the very few that do this thing, you know what I'm saying, they're going to receive a reward on this earth. You know what I'm saying? That you can appreciate and value on this earth, man. Right? Let's continue on.
Khan, sir. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Is what?
Because what is it? Even so also is Israel's portion.
Mm-hmm.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
Right. This is what life is about, man. Life is about war and nothing else. This is how the Lord designed it for you to be. Sure, the Lord could have made it easier. He could have made it, a wide path. You know what I'm saying? But how many are willing to go through that narrow path? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself that. It's real easy to be a Christian in this world. Real easy. That's the easy way out. Just to sit in church all day and praise Jesus all day. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to actually serve the Most High and do what he tells you to do and keep his commandments. That's when your faith will be tested. You know what I'm saying? But being a Christian, that's easy. Everybody's doing it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want rulership and if you want to build yourself up and build this kingdom, guess what? You got to be willing to go through that hard time. Go through that tribulation. Fight against your own demons that you got in your head that's trying to doubt you. You know what I'm saying? Fight against that fear. Fight against that pity and that sorrow. Fight against that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you are the Lord's portion. He's going to bring you out of this so you can be in a better position. But you got to be willing to fight. You have to be willing to fight. You have to call for counsel. You have to call for breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Get around your brothers. You have to go to camp. You have to go to class, because that's how you're going to fight back. Sitting back all day is not going to do nothing for you. Be active in this truth. Make sure you busy in serving the Most High, so you ain't bothered by senseless thoughts. Making sure you occupy yourself, keeping your hands busy and working and serving and building up this nation up, man. You have to fight back, right? Any more on that?
Colonel Khan, sir.
Go ahead.
And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done.
Mm-hmm.
Then were the entrances of the world made narrow, full of
Mm-hmm.
sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful.
That's life. That is life, Akim. What Akwathian. That's life. You're gonna go through these hard times. It's part of life, man. This is how the Lord designed it to be. He did this on purpose, man. What you need is strength from the Most High so you can overcome it. Right? Any more on that?
It keep going. I mean, if you want me to, it's some more.
Hey, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We got
Colonel
members
Khan,
time. All right.
Colonel Khan, sir. Verse 13. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and
Mm-hmm.
brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
Mm. You know what I'm saying? You are gonna have to go through this narrow path, man. Adam was kicked out of that garden for not sticking through that narrow path. You know what I'm saying? The Lord made it wide and sure for Adam, so that his future generation could receive the benefits of that land. But now that we've been expelled out of that land, guess what? It's hard for us to get back. But the Lord promised us that He will bring us back as long as we stand with Him. And nothing should knock you off that path. Nothing else matters than reaching the goal that is set for us as a people, man. Nothing on this earth should matter, man. Your focus should be doing what's right for the Most High. Your focus should be doing what's better for your health, doing what's better for your brothers, doing what's better for your sister, doing what's better for your mental state. You know what I'm saying? That's where your focus should be on. Character is more important than prosperity. Integrity is more important than riches, man. Being a good brother, being a good sister is more important than any plaque that you can hang on your wall or any reward or statue that they can build up for you, man. Having good morals is more important. If you have that even through this hard times that you're going through, even through the tribulations that you're going through, well, guess what? You deserve rulership, then. You deserve to be on top and tell people what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? When you didn't have it at all, you still stuck through it. And those type of people will be rewarded from the Most High. Fear and temptation is only a weakness. You know what I'm saying? By serving the Most High, you will overcome that, right? And you continue on, soldier.
That's it, sir.
That's it. All right, let's drop that. Babade. Since we Ecclesiasticus, let me get Ecclesiasticus 11 and 25. Baba Kashah. I mean, in Apocrypha.
Colonel Khan.
You go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
Mm-hmm.
And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
What's that saying?
Basically, when you get into situations where you doing good, you don't think about the times when you're doing bad. And when you get
Mm-hmm.
into a position where you're doing bad, you don't think about the times when you was just doing good.
Right. It is a forgetfulness on both sides, right?
Colonel Khan.
You know what I'm saying? Like we tend to forget where we come from, or we tend to forget that things can get better, right? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a balance in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna go through hard times, but don't forget that things will get better. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? You're gonna have good days where you real up. Don't forget where you came from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up so much in a good time that you forgot who you was. Don't give up your integrity just for a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be forgetful of these things, right? Read on.
Colonel Khan, verse 6. For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways.
Mm-hmm.
The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure,
Mm.
and in his end his deeds shall be discovered.
Right. This is something that is like what we say human nature. Even an hour of affliction will make a fool forget, you know what I'm saying, about integrity. Make a fool forget about honor. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? We've been going through it more than an hour as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? It's been 400 years for us. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Your ancestors went through it, man. They did not give up. You had great brothers and sisters that fought against the oppressor to try to free themselves, even though it was short, but fought against the oppressor and for something better than slavery. So you mean to tell me getting laid off your job, you ready to jump off a bridge? You mean to tell me because your sneakers is talking, you ready to shoot everything that's in sight? Don't forget that 1 hour is gonna be up. Soon enough, that 1 hour of affliction will be up. You know what I'm saying? And it will be better for you. The Lord can reward you even for a man in the time of his death. He can even raise you up even after you die. You know what I'm saying? That is the most high power, man. But you got to be willing to keep his commands. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Who is this? It says, I think it's best to have a lot of kids. I guess ain't nothing wrong with having babies. Have those babies. You know what I'm saying? Using life as a weapon is best. Using life as a weapon is best.
I
Listen,
understand that.
yeah,
I
I don't
understand that.
understand that. You know what I'm saying? But
You are the
listen,
weapon.
thank you.
Says
Go ahead. Come on. I don't know who this is, but
the
you know,
logger, yeah.
go ahead.
Using life as a weapon. Life is not a weapon. Life is the tool used to sharpen that weapon.
Right. It's the
Whether you're gonna go
battlefield.
through, damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Con will con, because iron sharpen iron. But the life that you go through, life is the battlefield that you learn to be a weapon. Because if you don't fight, you die.
Thank you. Thank you. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're explaining right now. This is the topic of today's class. We're just trying to let you know that life is about war.
Damn
This is
right.
what life is about. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to live a passive life that your oppressor set out for you. You know what I'm saying? And by us wanting what our oppressors have, we lose brotherhood. We lose sisterhood. We lose building up our nation. You know what I'm saying? We lose taking care of each other by wanting what the oppressor has, by wanting a little piece of bliss. You know what I'm saying? Being that this is a brotherhood class, we have to fight to build up the nation. We have to fight to stand with the Most High and love your brother as yourself. Love your sister as yourself. To be in that ghetto and see the value of the people in that ghetto. To live in that barrio, to live in that reservation, and see the value of the people that live in those conditions, man.
Right.
Because too many times those people are lost and forgotten just because they're going through hard times, just because they're at the bottom. Don't nobody want to be on the losing end of the team. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be on the winning team. Well, guess what? The winners of today will be the losers of tomorrow. You better
Damn
trust
right.
and believe that. You know what I'm saying? You see your oppressors winning right now. Guess what? Soon enough, he ain't gonna be winning no more. Those that's on the losing team will be the winners. Those that's on the bottom will be on top. As long as you stand with the Most High. As long as you
That's
fight against this warfare that you want. Right? Y'all brothers want to add anything? Y'all go, my bad.
nah, Sam.
All right. All right, so let's drop that. Let's get Proverbs 30:8.
Kind of concept.
Oh,
But now you gotta be quicker than that.
yeah.
I told you. So like I said, I told you could not you gotta be quick. It'll make you get that game up. Well, you gonna be the baddest trooper in Florida, you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, so like I thought we said it at the same time.
Oh,
You
it
must
was a
have had your
draw.
Oh,
mic
my
on
stream
mute.
might be a little slower. My
So you must have had your mic on mute, so like I said.
Nah, no sweat.
Nah,
There you
I
go.
think my stream a little bit I think my stream a little bit behind y'all. It was going in and out. I got kicked off at one point, but the water I was sure I brought me back in there. Go
Now
ahead,
you are
sir. Salaki.
you got it
If
go ahead.
one can
Nah,
read it. 'Cause my no
Yeah, no,
Salaki.
you got it, Trooper Canal. You go ahead and read it. It's no sweat.
The water, sir. Most I correct. Uh the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me,
Mm-hmm.
lest I be full and deny thee,
Mm-hmm.
and say, who is the Lord?
Mm-hmm.
Or lest I be poor and still, and take the name of my God in vain.
Right. What is Solomon praying for? What is he trying to say?
Like you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like he's trying to get a balance within himself. Like he don't like it seems like he's saying like he don't want the rich life. He don't want the poor life. He don't want like a rich man troubles. He don't want the poor man heartaches. Like he just want to serve the Most High and let that be what he need to be sufficient for him to live.
Con. That's a good response. I like that
all
response.
right.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, remove from me all vanity and lies. He rather stand with the Most High than have all the vanity and lies and have all the riches on his earth. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Or have the vanity and lies and be real poor on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Standing with the Most High is where you find that balance at. You know what I'm saying? This is where you find that protection. Because you can have all the money, you know what I'm saying, and you'll get too full to the point where you start to deny the Most High. Where you think, too high of yourself and thinking that you better than the Most High. That there is no God. But that you your own God, that we are gods, kings and queens, and all that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened if you get too full of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Or
lot,
you
sir.
go ahead,
If I
Kawan.
may. And a lot of our
Go ahead.
brothers and sisters, they suffer from that. Looking at,
Mm-hmm.
if you just take a look at a lot of the brothers and sisters in the world, these fake Israelite groups, and I'm gonna just say in the world because they all in the world. These
Mm-hmm.
brothers and sisters that's in the world, when they celebrate their own birthday, when they celebrate their kids' birthday, when they are successful in their own vanity, they're caught up in the hype of who they are and thinking that they're somebody. When the scriptures tell you that any man that thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
That's right.
So a lot of our brothers and sisters deceive themselves in their own pride and their own lust and in the vanity, the same vanity that Solomon is talking about. That
Damn right.
vanity is vanity within yourself, thinking that you are something when you're nothing. If you don't serve the Lord, you're nothing. And the scriptures say anyway that we are as a filthy rag. How can
Right.
you be anything if you're a filthy rag? And we got
Damn
so
right.
much work to do. Salagi, sir.
Damn right, man. Damn right. Nah, that's a real heavy point. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of work to do. You know what I'm saying? Even on ourselves as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? And chasing the white man's wealth, you know what I'm saying, will not make things right for us. And I don't want y'all to think I'm excusing if you want nice things. Listen, there's nothing wrong with wanting certain things in life. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have goals, we all have ambitions and things that we want to accomplish in life. You know what I'm saying? But the point that we're making is this: there is nothing more important than serving the Most High. Everything in life should become second to you in serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That is the most important factor of life. So there's gonna be a time where you don't have it all, and there's gonna be a time where you ain't gonna have nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? And out of those two things, both, the Most High is the only one that's gonna be dead. You know what I'm saying? And He's the one that either gives you a blessing or gives you a curse. And it's your decision. You know what I'm saying? You decide whether or not you gonna serve Him and receive your blessing, meaning rulership on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Or get punished and get destruction on this earth, man. You know what I'm
Salagi,
saying?
sir.
Salaki.
I'll let Oscar Kawan go first, and then you go ahead after.
Colonel Khan, just one more thing, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was just sitting today because I gotta get some work done on my whip, and I was thinking about how much the dude gonna charge me and all that. And when I went and got the cash at the ATM, I came home and I was looking at it. I was like, "Damn, man, the mindset that we have over paper, over paper. It's not even gold. It's not silver. It's paper. The mindset that we have over paper is baffling to me. I thought about it myself, just sitting like, damn, man, we worship this paper with these crackers on it, Salakia, with these with the oppressor on it. That's madness within itself to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I just wanted to say that because that came to my mind when you were saying, we want or we put the things of the world ahead of following or serving the Most High. And a lot of times we get ourselves caught off guard by doing that because we thinking about the wrong thing. Our mind is not on the right thing. And
Mm-hmm.
in righteousness, and we put the Lord first, as the scriptures tell us, man, that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. We do
Damn
that
right.
first, man. It's nothing that we would be able to accomplish here on this planet, man.
God.
It's a lot.
Damn right. And if I could, Trooper Kana, I just want to, land me back off of what Oscar Kawan said. I'm gonna pass it right to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real. That's
No
a
sweat. No sweat.
some crazy things over just a green piece of paper, man. We do some out, man. That show Fear Factor. Y'all remember that show? That ain't nothing but the truth, man.
Time.
Like these niggas is really willing to humiliate themselves and embarrass themselves on national TV for just
Right,
for a piece of paper. I
right.
mean, things that is ridiculous to do just for a piece of paper, man. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
other point I want to bring out too, like money been around since ages. You know what I'm saying? There's been ancient civilizations that had, a form of currency. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And gained wealth off of that form of currency. You had Egypt, you had Greece, you had Rome. All these nations was great and was uh, sustaining themselves economically and making trades and making coins with their face on it. And guess what happened to all these countries? All these countries fell for going against the Most High,
That's
by
right.
putting the children of Israel in slavery, working them as servants. And the Lord destroyed all these great empires on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So even that piece of paper that you see today, you know what I'm saying, your modern day currency that you see today, and all the glory that's behind it, that your oppressor accumulated, eventually is going to fall the same way Egypt fell, and Rome fell, and Greece fell. You know what I'm saying? The sin for a season, you know what I'm saying, is not greater than serving the Most High for eternity, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm talking about heaven and hell neither. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to add that point. Go ahead, Trooper Kanat.
Oh, Salaki, sir. If I may, what y'all bringing out heavy. That's like when the scriptures say, "Lest I be full and deny thee and say, Who is the Lord?" It's just like them folks that we run into downtown. They be saying like they gods and goddesses and essences and like they essence and stuff like that. They give no accountability to the Most High. Like they full of themselves. They full of that vain doctrine and that vain knowledge that they done learned to even deny the Most High. So now there is no Most High. It's only essence.
Yeah. Now it's just the essence.
God,
Yeah. It's just the essence now. Like, man, like
oh God.
you trying to go, every route that you can take instead of actually just acknowledging that you have to serve the Most High.
God, oh God.
Like,
So,
man,
so like, if I may, a precept,
go ahead, soldier.
God, oh God, right here in Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Mm.
That's what it boiled down to. They pure in their own eyes. Oh, I'm a goddess. Oh, I'm an Egyptian goddess. I follow an essence, but you're filthy. You're whoring. You're doing all manner of wickedness, and you think that you're something when you're nothing.
Right.
Man, you pure. Like I said, you pure. They pure in their own eyes.
God,
Self
damn right,
righteous.
man. Damn right. That's a good precept as well. You know what I'm saying? Like our people have become that, following after our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Not willing to fight against this war. You know what I'm saying? Not willing to stand up for something. You know what I'm saying? Stand for something that's far greater than yourself. Stand for something, and you'll see the reward behind it, man. I know you got cut off,
Mm.
could not. I don't know if you wanted to finish what you were saying or if you was done. Your joint had cut off.
No, sir, I'm too wild. I got cut out. No sweat, sir. I'm too wild.
I no sweat. All right, I was cool on that was it, right? There was any other precept you had? That was it on the precept.
Uh, let me see. It Proverbs, Proverbs get down
Right,
about that.
right.
um,
Yeah.
let's see, chapter 29, verse 23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit.
Mm,
Dropping down to 27. The unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked. That's why the
mm,
scripture tell you, be not of this world. Because man, look, the things of this or the things or love not the things of this world. Because you shouldn't be a part of this world. The Most High made us to be our own world, as it says in Isaiah 45 and 17. Israel is its own world, and we have our
damn right.
own culture and we have our own ways and our own laws. And if we stood and lived by those laws, we would be Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We would be above all nations on the planet. We would be Deuteronomy 28 and 1. We would be above all nations. The Most High would set us on high above all nations. We would be Deuteronomy 4 and 6, where it says that all nations will look upon us. Paraphrasing, of course, all nations will look upon us and say, "What righteous nation is this? What nation is this that have the Lord so nigh unto thee?" Man, look here. And we stood by what we were supposed to be taught, what we're taught right now in the ISUPK. If the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians knew, or they actually embraced the true culture of Israel, man, we will be a force unstoppable, which we were created to be.
Damn
Salaki,
right.
sir.
Nah, damn right, soldier. You know what I'm saying? You will be
Most High in
unstoppable.
Christ.
The Lord created us to be, man. That's the only way we're gonna get through this hard time. That's the only way we're gonna get through this hard time, man. You know what I'm saying? Because our people is going through it. We
I'm right.
all going through it, man. We going through some rough times right now, man. But you got to be willing to fight against it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not talking about picking up a gun, picking up a weapon. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? The fight that I'm talking about is spiritual, not physical. This is a spiritual war, man. You know what I'm saying? Your oppressor don't have to force you to eat pork, but guess what? He damn sure makes it convincing. You know what I'm saying? Your oppressor don't have to force you to smoke crack or smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? But he for sure makes it look appealing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He persuades you with these things because he knows that spiritually that he can grab those, grab your mind, you know what I'm saying, and grab your spirit to go against the Most High. So what you got to do with your spirit is resist those things that got you sinning
Right.
against them, and join your brothers and sisters, man. Join your family and building your nation up, like Isupk said, and build your own damn world. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't got to worry about cigarettes and worry about weed and mollies and get shot in the streets. You ain't got to worry about cancer and AIDS and HIV. You ain't got to worry about none of that, man. If we build our own world and do it like what this book says, we'll be great on this earth, man. Damn right. Let me get Job chapter 2, verse 9 real quick.
What's chapter, sir?
Job chapter 2 and verse 9.
Kind out of one kind.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Then said his wife unto him, "Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die."
All right, let's just pause right there. Let's get backstory on Job. Everybody knows the story of Job, right? Everybody's pretty much familiar with the story of Job. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's people always, turn to when they're going through hard times. You know what I'm saying? But not really understanding what this brother was going through, man. This brother was going through some hard times, man. And listen, you think what you're going through is rough. And listen, I'm not trying to take away what you're going through. It just might be rough. But compared to Job, man, it's very small, man. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Job had his kids killed, you know what I'm
All
saying?
of
Lost all of his kids, right? What is it? His one of his house fell down or something like that. You know what I'm
they
saying?
destroyed the vineyard.
There's his vineyard, his land, you know what I'm saying, had
Okay.
boils all over his body. You know what I'm saying? And this was a perfect man in the eyes of the Most High. He kept all the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Job was considered perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? But yet he still went through it. And while he was going through it, his wife asked him a question that many sisters ask today.
Good night.
Many brothers ask this today as well. You know what I'm saying? But we already know, soon as a black man goes through some hard times, you know what I'm saying, that chick that's laying in the bed with him is ready to leave out on his behalf, man.
Sir.
Is ready to dash on him and find a brother that's 6 foot tall that got a basketball contract. You know what I'm
Or
saying? That's making all the money and driving a nice car. Go ahead, soldier.
Salakia, sir, laying there in his ear, nagging just like Joe's wife is doing right
Mm-hmm.
now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
God.
That's the main thing why a man, a black Hispanic or Native American Indian man is trying to get his thoughts together when he's already fighting hell everywhere else outside of his
God.
home. Sometimes he
God.
has to come home and deal with that loudmouth dog that is his wife at the time, telling him in his ear instead of encouraging him. She's
Mm-hmm.
right there in his ear. What are you gonna do about this and that?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make him make decisions, just like Joe White is doing right now when he's already facing hell on all sides.
Damn right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to acknowledge it, that your man is at war.
God,
Your sons is at war right now. You know what I'm saying? They putting Lil Nas X all up on the TV.
good night.
You know what I'm saying? His belly trying to imitate the belly of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like this, he trying to act like he pregnant on TV. Oh, this is a man now. Like, don't nobody think that's crazy? Don't nobody think that's kind of strange? Because guess what? Your kids are at war now. Your man is at war. You know what I'm saying? And a sister can be a great asset to that man.
That's right.
And she can be a great asset to those children in that household, man.
And I'm right.
As long as she, like Oscar Kwan said, as long as she's willing to do what the Lord told her to do and shut her goddamn mouth. You
That's
know what I'm
it.
saying?
Good
Encourage
night.
that man. You know what I'm saying? Pour your spirit into those children and into that man and building that man up. Don't nag him all the time, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of these brothers act like sisters too. You know what I'm saying?
See?
Stop
Oh
complaining all
God.
the time. God, God.
Oh
So,
God.
I would just say, what's fair is fair. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say what Captain Shawar called it.
Right. I try to keep it PG. You know what I'm saying? Try to
God.
keep it PG. You know what I'm saying? But some of these cats act like sisters too, man. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't all far from it. You know what I'm saying? I was once a weak cat, just like any other brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to learn to stop complaining. I learned that in the ISUPK. Stop complaining about everything, man.
Right.
Nobody's trying to hear your sorrows, man. Because guess what? We got sorrows too. You know what I'm saying? Stop complaining and do something about it. You know what I'm saying? You talking all the time. What about your actions? What does your actions reflect? Do you really want a solution? Or are you just going to complain all day? Or are you going to march all day? Or are you going to protest all day? You know what I'm saying? How about you do something with your actions in order to get a better result? Well, guess
I'm
what?
right.
What this sister did, she felt weak while her husband was going through hard times. Read that scripture one more time for me, warrior.
Con out of one concert.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity?
Look at what you're
Curse.
going through. Look what happened to our kids.
Good night.
You still maintaining your integrity? You
Mm.
still be a stand-up man for the Most High? Read on.
Curse God and die.
Man, she was like, man,
Tell
forget
the
all
nigga to
that
stop
God.
fighting. She told him to stop fighting, sir. She
Right.
said, what you gotta live for? Just
God.
curse and go on and die, nigga. You ain't worth nothing. I mean, she just gave
Right.
up all hope in the man. No faith
God.
whatsoever. Good night.
Dang. She gave up on her integrity and try to uh, nag and antagonize this brother to give up his integrity. You
Man,
know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to say, like, what's the point of you going to those high holy days? Why are you going over there? Why are you in the Sabbath service? Why do you talk like that in the Hebrew? Why
right.
you wear fringes on your pants? Can't you see that ain't getting no money in this house? Can't you see that's not making us, be loved by white people? Why don't you just curse God and die? You know what I'm saying? Well, damn that, man. Maintain your integrity. You know what I'm saying? Maintain your strength, man. If a black man don't got nothing else, man, your integrity better be that one thing that you hold on to.
Right.
You may not have all the riches and all the wealth, but goddamn, hold on to your goddamn integrity.
Right.
Be a man. Be a man and stand with the Most High, man. Stand on what's right. Don't bend for this oppressor, no matter how hard it is, man. Read on.
Khan, verse 10. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
Right. Man, he checked her real quick. You know
Straight
what I'm
up.
saying? Like I said, Job was considered perfect, man. And he knew that this woman was against him and against the Most High. By being weak, man. By not willing to stand and overcome and go through the hard times. Right? Read on.
What
Asking the
shall we
question.
receive? Right. As of what
Right.
shall we receive good at the hand of the power and shall not receive evil?
Right. Because guess what? Both come from the Most High. Good and evil come from the Most High.
So like I said, precept.
Okay, go on. Get down. Get down.
Khan,
You got
Book of
some.
Isaiah. Khan. Book of
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and
Mm-hmm.
create darkness. I
Mm-hmm.
make peace and create evil. I, the Most High, do all these things.
That's the Most High. That's what he does, man. You know what I'm saying? And Job is checking his wife like, look, you think the same God that gave us all these blessings, gave us all these kids, and gave us all this land is not the same God that can destroy that
Damn
and
right.
take it away from us? The same God that gives you sunshine also gives you rain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God is not all love, peace, and happy and joy and singing in the rainbow like the Christian church try to tell you he is. Guess what? God brings thunder and rain too, man. He brings hard times. He brings tribulation. You know what I'm saying? And the reason for it is for you to be stronger at the end of it, for you to overcome it. Because guess what? Job overcame his hard times, and the Lord blessed him far greater than what he had before. The Lord doubled everything that he lost while he was going through it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Job maintained his integrity. You know what I'm saying? He did not just wallow in his pity party and cry all day. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was starting to get weak, the Lord checked him on that and said, man, gird up thyself as a man, for I require thee an answer.
Damn
The
right.
Lord is not looking for your excuses. He's not looking for you to cry into depression all day, man. He wants you to fight. He wants you to hold on to your integrity. You know what I'm saying? And to be a stand-up brother or sister. Right? Any more on that?
Khan, just a little bit.
All right.
At the end of verse 10, and all this did not Job sin with his lips.
Right. Damn right, man. He stood with the Most High and he received his blessing. Right.
Right.
So let's drop that. Let me get Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 10.
Khan, sir. The book
All
of
right.
Ecclesiastes. Go ahead, Khan. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the general. Oh, this is my favorite, one of my favorite scriptures, sir.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the shit
right.
right there. God.
God. Look, Salagi, Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see,
Mm-hmm.
did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Right. Let's examine that statement a little bit. All right. The Bible saying, look at all the generation of old. Did any of them seek the Most High and was confounded? Think about Noah. Like he was told that the whole earth was about to flood. Now anybody would think right now today that would be the most craziest thing that can ever happen. You know what I'm saying? That would be something that you wouldn't believe. That the earth is about to flood. And by him knowing that he was told to build a great ark, a great boat to carry the animals in. You don't think while he was building it, people was looking at him like he was crazy? Like he lost his mind. Well, guess what? He stood with the Most High and did what the Most High told him to do. And all the people that looked at him and that was given into marriage or given unto marriage, you know what I'm saying? They passed away when the flood came, man. They lost their life when the flood came, man. And Noah was not condemned in trusting the Most High. Even with Abraham, you know what I'm saying? Even with Isaac and with Jacob, and with David, Solomon, all the way down to Yahushua. Even the disciples that came after, all of them went through something, but they still with the Most High, and at the end of it, they all was rewarded. Right? Read on.
Con of the one con. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Mm-hmm.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Right. Think about it, man. The Lord is not going to leave you out here to be destroyed forever. This is just temporary. What you're going through right now is just temporary. Don't think it can't happen for it. Don't think Yahushua cannot come tonight. He could come tonight if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It could be all over tonight if the Lord desired for it to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Don't think it can't happen in a blink of an eye for you. But you got to be willing to stand with the Most High, right? Read on.
Con of the con. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy,
Mm-hmm.
long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction.
And he does what?
And saveth in time of affliction.
Right. That's what he does, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord can have mercy on you. And if you want the mercy of the Most High, you have to keep his commandments. Not saying, saying Jesus 20 times is not going to get the Lord mercy for you.
Right.
Saying the blood of Jesus and catching the Holy Ghost is not how you're going to get the mercy of the Most High.
Con
Right?
of the con.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You got to do something by your actions in order to get the mercy of the Most High, man.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? That the Lord will have mercy on you as long as you do what he tells you to do, right? Any more on that, soldier?
La, sir.
All right, man. Y'all brothers want to add anything, any precepts y'all wanted to bring out?
I just, if I could, sir,
Go ahead, soldier.
I just want to say tonight's topic very heavy, man. As a brother in Hebrew Academy in the ISUPK, life is truly war, and I knew that before getting in Hebrew Academy. But this life that we live in, brothers and sisters, y'all truly understand and see that life is about war. You have to fight your way through everything. You got to fight yourself, most important. You got to fight demons from other people. You have to fight emotions and feelings from different avenues. As a Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, you got to fight the hatred that's upon you from every nation on the planet.
Right.
We have to fight through everything that we go through in this life. But if we do so, the scriptures say that he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved.
Damn
So
right.
endure this here fight that you have to do. And man, I love and respect the ISUBK on the level of surpass brotherhood and truth understanding. Man, the scriptures tell us that that we'll find peace that passes all understanding. This brotherhood and sisterhood in the ISUBK is beyond anything that I've ever imagined and ever had the honor of being a part of, man. Because them brothers, these brothers, not them, these brothers and all the other brothers, man, they keep me going, man. Like truly, I have nothing outside of this. This is my world. ISUPK.
Damn right, soldier. You know what I'm saying? See the value in yourself as a Black man and a Hispanic man or a Native Indian man. Know that you are royalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, see that about yourself, man. This world, man, beats us down, takes our morality out of us, takes our spirit out of us, our courage. You know what I'm saying? So it beats us down so bad, you know what I'm saying, that we don't even believe that we can eventually rule this earth. You know what I'm saying? See that about yourself, and guess what? We'll do far great on this earth, man.
Right.
Anything else our brothers wanna add?
Uh,
Shout out Boy, Trooper Halak Kadash, man. Y'all see this right here? You see what it says? Warlord, man. This brother right here, hand carved all this, made a staff for me, man. I just wanted to give a little bit of time to shout the brother out, man. He made this by
Right.
hand, you know what I'm saying, by himself. You know what I'm saying? Written all over it, Dawa on it. You know what I'm saying? He got this in abundance too. So if you want a staff like this, man, holla at that brother, man. Trooper Halak Kadash is one hell of a brother with this craftsmanship. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
shout out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Young. You know what I'm saying? UPKFL, where big up Austin Kawan. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm out of here, man. Shalom, Israel.
Love.